everybody? It's me, Trigger Happy Gamer, and I'm here with
RC Ninner!
Today, me and ninnerfae are going to be reading a Creepypasta. Of course, she doesn't know which one it is because she would hate me for life.
I'm reading the original Sonic.EXE. Okay, guys, don't worry. I will be taking over her channel.
Oh, no.
She's dead now.
No, I'm not. I may be dead to you. Are you trying to watch my face? Okay, so the thing is it's off the Creepypasta wiki. It got cut off because it's so bad. And we read this a few years ago, or last year, and I never posted it. And I deleted it, and I thought, let's see how much worse it's gotten in months, and see after.
No. I already know I hate it, so this is gonna be even worse. Thanks.
So, ninnerfae actually is, like, typing up her story right now. She finished writing it, and now she's gonna pick it up and get it edited and stuff so she can publish it. So what'd you think about before we started for the second time?
For one, he should have at least thought about the story a bit more. He's trying to appeal to way too many audiences at once, if I remember correctly. And as I know, because I remember all these grammar mistakes that you pointed out, he should have at least proofread it. Anytime I want to post anything, I at least go over with the spell check, and I at least add some sort of punctuation.
And sometimes she even gets one of us, me or Sam, to come over and read it.
Yeah.
Which we
I
usually
don't appreciate it when people post things without doing anything. I may not notice it personally, but there are a lot of people who do, and you should be at least respectful to the people who do notice it.
Like the first Creepypasta that I wrote, you remember the Crying Lizzie?
Yeah.
I actually had someone go, hey, you've got a few grammar and spelling mistakes. I went through and I was like, wow, I posted this like 3 years ago and it's really okay compared to most Creepypasta spelling. And something's on Google, go away. Why are you...
But I think they should at least be respectful to the people who are reading their story.
Because I'm getting a ton of messages. Like, think about it this way. It's not you're the shepherd and your herd is your dumb sheep. You're the dumb shepherd being led around by the really smart sheep. And have you heard of what happened when it got taken off the wiki? The Sonic.EXE writer had a huge tantrum, talking about how his story didn't deserve to be taken off, and that he is, and how they should retaliate by rating all the fan fiction, fan art, and all of that. All the games.
But yeah, I mostly think that he should have been more respectful towards his readers overall. I mean, it's not that your readers are stupid. Let's say that your readers are idiots. Well, I guess you've written a terrible book because an idiot enjoyed it. But let's say your readers are intelligent human beings. Now, what do? The first thing you do is you treat them with respect. Now, this doesn't mean you are basically not making fun of them in your book, because you can totally do that. I mean, half the people reading it will hate it, but you can still do that. The way I see respect in a reader's point of view is remembering that this is an audience. This is not a little story that you wrote and expect billions of people want to read it. No, this is your art form. And as many know, most artists aren't very popular in their lives. You are doing this for yourself and for them. If you, as a writer, do not even think of looking at your work before even posting it or even publishing it, you are the worst human being and writer ever. For one reason. Because if you aren't, then you're not being respectful towards yourself and what your work could be and what the people want to enjoy.
after that all went down, let's get into the story because it's a long one. Let's see how long Wattpad says it is. Also, if it's somehow back on the wiki, I wouldn't know because I'm not allowed to go on the Creepypasta wiki. My mom doesn't like Creepypasta. I just think it's hilarious nowadays. I used to take it seriously. I remember my first Creepypasta. So, when did we all dress up as Greek goddesses for Halloween? You're in 9th grade now. So
Yes,
4
about
years
4
ago.
years ago.
4 years ago, I read my first Creepypasta.
No, that was my 6th grade year. Sorry.
3 years ago. I read my first Creepypasta, Eyeless Jack, on Halloween night of 2013, 2012.
Wow.
And I remembered it freaking me out. Of course, we were recording for a podcast and it was late night and I was tired. And then I thought I saw the freaking thing out the window and I screamed.
Oh yeah, you were terrified.
I stayed up till 5 in the morning.
Yeah, I remember you telling me this story the next morning, and you were like terrified.
I was shaking. I was just so scared. And then I read Laughing Jack around Christmas. I never actually read Jeff the Killer. I never have, and I probably never will. Unless someone requests it, then I'll consider it. You know,
I remember you reading the stories. I remember you telling me about how the stories went down a few times. So much so, I didn't even need to read some of them because it's like, okay, so Eyeless Jack is a cannibal, thank you. Laughing Jack, a weird, creepy clown. This is Jeff. Jeff,
just stay away from him because he's a bad one, is what I heard. So that's what I did. One of the things, though, that you notice, one of the stories that I absolutely despise is Clockwork. The writer, along, like, they handle tough subjects like sexual abuse, mental and physical abuse, and you find this a lot around Creepypasta. They think, oh, my killer needs a reason to go insane, let's just throw in some rape.
yeah, it doesn't have to be a real big reason for somebody to go insane.
Like,
because I've actually read a few books on the subject, I think. But when you go crazy, it's not because of a certain thing happening to you a large amount of the time.
it's just because of a mental disorder or not taking your pills.
Yeah. And it's not about the sad things that'll happen to you. There are plenty of people who this has happened to and they've never gone insane.
Like, there are some people, yes, they may have post-traumatic stress disorder, trust issues, abandonment issues, issues with male or females of certain descriptions, people with a certain gender. Yes, this can happen. Rape is something that is very real. I'm not against rape used in a story, as long as it's handled correctly. Otherwise, it can shut up.
If it is just used as a ploy,
A plot device.
a plot device, any way that they use it, I don't think it should be in a story just to make the character more likable or a plot device. I think it should be used to bring light into the subject.
So, like, if I were, like, I've been thinking about writing a newer creepypasta, and the whole reason she's insane is because she's a high schizophrenic who was born that way. She doesn't take her medicine to prove a point to her mother and goes psycho.
Yeah.
She's a person, not some kind of supernatural being, and you see this a lot. Like, people would probably comment, Jeff the Killer's not overpowered. Dude, he's 13, he takes down his mom, his dad who has a shotgun, Clockwork's a young lady, and you know what she does? She freaking dodges bullets.
That's almost physically impossible, but okay.
Unless you're in the Matrix. Of course. Matrix.
But yeah, generally I think if you want to use that stuff, it shouldn't be because you have to or you just want to use it as a plot device or make them more likable or more relatable.
You use it because it will put light on the situation.
And not just... Yes, it can contribute to personality and why a certain person wouldn't trust the main character, but
You
should also take into consideration that not everybody's gonna go and be crazy. And basically, I think it's disgusting that any writer would do that to such a serious matter.
Okay, we should probably start actually reading this to stop. Stop using rape or murder. Like, I can understand Creepypasta is all about murder. I can understand Chucky the Killer Doll was all about murder. I can understand Ghostface is the murderer in Scream. Heck, Scream is like one of my favorite horror franchises just because of the unique twist on a way of picking out victims.
Yeah.
And how other people react. I can understand. But a death of a family member, being bullied, and rape are not reasons for someone to go psycho insane and kill everybody.
It is a reason, though, for you to be depressed.
It is. Okay, so now let's get on to the story.
So that
She's trying to delay her,
inevitable doom. I'm gonna die again.
Last time she punched my wall. There was no hole made, but she punched my wall.
That's because it was a terrible story, and he had no respect for any of his readers.
Okay, let's get on with it. Let's not go. This has been already 10 minutes, and we haven't touched.
Do you want to make it 2 videos instead, then?
Nah, let's just read this. Okay, Sonic.EXE, the original story, found on Wattpad. If you can find it on Creepypasta Wiki, then you can go look for it. If you can't, then I'll put a link about the Wattpad story below, and you can read along with us. I'm a total Sonic the Hedgehog fan, much like everyone else.
I totally like video games.
You totally don't suck and use the syringe gun instead of the meta gun, even though we gave you clear descriptions to press 2. She's embarrassed. She's blushing. Okay,
I'm always blushing, and you know it.
But I don't mind playing the classics. I don't think I've ever played a glitchy or hacked games before. Oh, played glitchy or hacks. It's speak of English. Games before, though I don't think I want to play any after the experience I had. So, if you haven't played glitchy or hacked games before, why don't you want to play one after the experience you had? Doesn't that sound like, oh, I played a glitchy or hacked game, and that's why I don't want to play it? Any other ones this week. It started on a nice summer afternoon. I was playing Sonic.EXE. I like how you get to explore the towns in it. Until I noticed out of my peripheral vision that the mailman had arrived.
Don't use words that you don't understand and string them together. That is the most annoying thing you could do.
But he actually used peripheral vision correctly. Do you even know what that means?
No, he's just using big words.
Peripheral vision is out of the corner of your eye.
Well, for younger audiences, wouldn't it be better to do so? Just use the simpler version?
Yeah, and plus you wouldn't sound like a dummy when you use big words.
Yes.
And also this isn't against the writer, though it's against the story because the story sucks. Okay.
Yes. I think that if you use those kind of words, you should also try and keep it so that the reader, even with the smallest vocabulary, can understand.
It's totally dumb. Okay. The mailman had arrived and put something in my mailbox as usual, because, I get so much mail from all my real friends.
When I only play Sonic.
I especially like Sonic, the famous racing game, because I have no friends. Anyway,
I bet it's pretty
I paused my game to go see what I got in the mail. The only thing in the mailbox was a CD case for computers and a note. I took it inside. Why didn't you just comma? Because that's 2. So the only thing in the mailbox was a CD case for computers and a note. Period. I took it inside. Period. Wouldn't it just flow a little better if you put a comma?
Yeah, it would.
Or maybe like a semicolon. Well, semicolon is used for breaking things up too, so.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about grammar because I just suck with grammar.
But the full thing about this, the thing that mostly bugs me about, things is that, one time when in one of the stories it says classroom, but they literally ended the paragraph after the CL and clicked enter. And then I started with Aiden. Okay, anyway.
Yeah, my only problem is I think he needs to have a little bit more respect for his readers.
Okay, I looked at the note first and realized it was from my dear friend Kyle. Let's just call him that. Who am I?
Are you sure he's real?
Are you sure? Or is this the Twilight Zone? Anyway, I know that because I recognize, whom I hadn't heard from in 2 weeks. I know that because I recognized his handwriting, but it was weird how it looked. I recognized it, but I didn't. As if Kyle was having a hard time writing it down and did it in a hurry. This is what he wrote. Do you want to be the voice of Kyle?
Sure.
I can't take it anymore. I had to get rid of this thing somehow before it
Spit
was
on
too
my
late.
arm!
Too late. And I was hoping you'd do it for me. I can't do it. He's after me. You don't destroy this CD, he'll come after you too.
It's too fast!
It's too fast for me. Please, Tom, destroy this godforsaken disc before he comes after you too. It's too late for me.
Since when did Kyle turn into that? I'll finish it. Destroy the disc, and you'll destroy him. But do it quick, otherwise he'll catch you. Don't play.
Why can't you do that, man?
Don't even play the game. It's what he wants. Just destroy it, please. God.
Yeah. Tori, if you sent that to me, I'd be like, either she's playing a terrible practical joke or I really need to destroy this video.
Either way, I'm just gonna destroy it. Anyway. Well, that was certainly weird. That's kind of out of the ordinary. Even though Kyle is my best friend and I haven't seen him in 2 weeks, because, you know, I'm too lazy to get out of my house, and he's actually imaginary. He's my Sonic OC.
And it's not like, oh,
Ronic.
and it's definitely not that I have been waiting for this for like a month.
Anyway, lost my place because I'm good at reading. I learned how to spoken. Even though Kyle is my blah blah blah, I didn't do what he asked me to do. That's just like finding out your best friend is dead, grabbing him by the throat in his coffin, and then picking him up and throwing him on the ground and just stamping on him. Like, he asks you to do something and you turn around and you even say his handwriting looks like he's freaked out.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen your handwriting. It may not be completely recognizable to me, but I can definitely tell when you're a little bit
Freaked out.
Yeah. And when the handwriting is like that, it either is one of two things. You're trying to write really fast for no apparent reason, or you're terrified.
And either way, I'm acting serious because, you know, if I were to send you a letter, you might just walk across the street.
Yeah.
There's obviously something wrong.
Yeah. Being able to listen to your friend when they're terrified is
not
one of the
hard.
number one rules. Like, what if I had sent you a letter that basically told you, hey, I have this DVD that's haunting me. I need you to destroy it
Before I die.
before I die.
And I look in it and it's my favorite movie. I'm still gonna destroy it because I can just bootleg it off of the internet. I can just go onto Netflix probably. So blah blah blah. Anyway, I didn't think as simple as a gaming disc would do anything bad to him. After all, it's just a game, right? Where was I wrong about that? So one thing that really bugs me about this, like right now, is like, I know we kind of sound silly, saying that we're like, oh, I would totally destroy it. I have read, like, I have heard the like real life scary stories about like pedophiles and stuff like that. Pedophile. I'm a pedophile. Anyway, pedophiles and like meaning crazy people, serial killers, things like that. I've read things that could make any guy's like stomach drop. Like I can't even sleep without thinking there's someone in the closet now, with a hammer waiting to jump down and smash my head in. But, or like that my neighbors are with the tiny chihuahua that gets hidden in the grass when we feed it because it's so tiny. Like I feel sometimes unsafe when they're outside and I'm outside by myself, you know?
Yeah.
Things like that. Like, but one of the things people point out is when you are in these situations, you think of the happiest thing first. You know, this is like, if anything, if you sent me saying this DVD's haunted and it's going to kill me, first thing I'd think is some stupid practical joke, and then try to move from that. I wouldn't watch the DVD because who knows, it might be like gore porn or something. It might be the